Hello everybody and welcome back to Nerd Central. And in this video we're going to be looking at the operators section of Scratch. Now this is going to be part 6 of our Scratch overview of blocks series, and without further ado, let's get into the video. So operators are basically kind of like calculators, and if, and then there's ors and nots, joining things, a lot of math stuff. So let's get right into it because it might take a while. So the first off, we have the something plus something block. Now what this does is it adds two values together. So if I put in a random numbers right here, and then I can go like this. And there you go. It would say 76 plus 78 plus 56 for 2 seconds. There you go, 134. So it's very simple, and you don't need to do it just to add um, numbers and letters. What you can do is you can add things, other aspects of your project, like variables, which we'll go over in another video. And you can like say, okay, I'm not sure if it'll work with letters, but yes, it does not work with letters. So you can only do numbers and these values right here. So you could say answer. So last time we looked at the ask block, so I'm just going to make a quick script right here. So basically, it's going to ask you what's your name. So GH 454, answer plus 454, which wouldn't really do anything, but if you put in a number value, then it's going to add it to there. So you can also put in, I just did that to show how you can put answers in to these adding spots right here. So very straightforward. So the next one is the minus, the multiply, and the divide. These are very much the same. They use the star symbol for multiplication, division symbol for divide, and obviously the subtraction symbol for subtraction. They do the exact same things. You can even combine them together like this to make an omega script if you really wanted to. But yeah, that's those are those operators. Not very much to it. Next one is pick random. Now this is useful for kind of picking something random to happen. So let's say pick random 1 to 10 for 0.5 seconds. So what the script is doing, when the green flag clicked, it's going to say a random integer value between 1 and 10 for 0.5 seconds. So let's try it out. There you go. It's picking a random one and saying it. So that's pretty simple. So the next one is these greater than, less than, and equals to. So basically, when cloud clicked, I'll do a forever if statement because these are booleans. So let's do forever if 100 is greater than 50, then say hello. As you can see, it's indefinitely saying hello because 100 is greater than 50. Now, if we put this one in and we put in 100 is less than 50, then obviously you won't say anything because that's never going to be true. 100 is never going to be lower than 50. So yes, that's that. Very simple. You can add other things like answer, variables, whatnot, but I'm kind of too lazy to do that right now to show you. And next up is equal. So if something is equal to something, I'll just use the same thing. 50 equal to 50, then say hello. It will say hello. So once again, it returns a true or false value. You can put in like answer. So if, yeah, I'll just make an example for you. If answer equal, let's see. So it's gonna just like, say you found the secret if we put in secret. So if we put in anything else, it won't work. Put in secret. There you go. It says you found the secret. Very straightforward. So now let's go on to the next thing. So the next one is and, or, and not. So basically the and, or, and not blocks these are all combining things together, or saying like if this happens or that happens, then do something. So we'll put this in. So basically two things have to be true at the same time. So once again, we'll go to our sensing, touching master winner, and touching color purple. We'll just sample that right there. So So basically, if it's touching the mouse pointer and touching color purple, then it will do something here. If it's just touching the mouse pointer, it's not going to do anything. And if it's just touching the color purple, it's not going to do anything, you see? But if both the mouse pointer and it's touching color purple, it should say yay for 2 seconds. And if I keep my mouse pointer on there, it should say yay indefinitely. And if I take it off, it should stop momentarily. So yeah, very simple. Combining aspects of your project, saying if something is true and something else is true, then do something. Same principles with or. If touching mouse pointer or touching color purple, then say nice. So basically, when fly clicked, oh, if this touches it, they'll say nice. It doesn't have to be just touching color. It doesn't have to be both touching mouse pointer and touching color purple, but as long as one of them is true, then it will execute. So you can see, if both of them, it will still execute because or means either or. Very simple. So the next one is not. So basically, if not touching mouse pointer, then say nice for 2 seconds. Basically, this is the opposite of the if touching. So this is the opposite of if touching. Basically, sorry. So if it is touching the mouse pointer, it will say nice. But basically, what this is, if it's not touching the mouse pointer, then it will say nice. So put that in there. You click the flag. See, it's saying nice. When I put my mouse pointer on it, it will stop saying nice momentarily. So that's very good. So let's go into the next operator. So the next operator is join letter 1 and length. Now these are kind of used for like words or something, because that's how much I'm going to explain it today. So join basically joins two values together. So I'm going to create a simple script right here. We're going to take the answer. And another note about join, you can join multiple things. The first one is going to be joined with the second one, which is going to be the third one. So we want to put it right here, because then we have an extra one here to do that. So whichever one is first will go first in the saying, and then the second one is the answer of what you put there, and the third one's a question mark for 2 seconds. So if actually, wait, hold on. We'll take another join block here. This is quite a long script, but I'll explain it later. So basically what the script is doing, when the flag is clicked, it's going to prompt ask what's your name. Whatever you put in there, it's going to join who is your answer. So who is the answer? And then question mark for 2 seconds. And then say join your answer with mama for 2 seconds. So let's try it out. As you can see, what's your name? We put in our values. Should work. Yes, there you go. There we go. Now that works. Just gonna add a bit of an emphasis right there. So let's try one more time. Prompts for what's your name. I put in the text edit, and there you go. There you go. Very simple script to understand if you know what you're doing. So that's the join block, joining two different things or even more if you add more. So next is the letter 1. So basically what this is a specific like letter of what word this is or whatever value this is. So if I put in like Joe, letter 2 of Joe would go 1, 2, it will be the O right there. Wait, hold on. It should be that O because it's letter 2 of Joe. So if you change that to uppercase, it should be an uppercase. There you go. So if you do 24, it's not going to do anything because it's not letter 24. You do letter 1, it should be an uppercase J. There you go, letter something of something. So not too complicated. Next is the length of something. So let's just keep the example, length of apple. it's going to be 5 because apple has a length of 5. Now you can put in like a variable and a list in here, which I can explain in my next video, but basically it can say how long something is. So let's take length of x position. It'll say 2. Length of y position should say 1. Because that's how tall or how much it actually is. I'm not sure if length of direction will actually work. I'm not sure what that actually means actually, but anyway, so the length of is the length of something. Oh, and you can also do length of answer. So I'm going to create a script here out of what we've learned so far. So say something, get the join block. Sorry, we don't need this one. Okay, so I'll run through the script really quick. So when the green flag is clicked, it's going to prompt say something. You say something, and you'll say join the number of letters in your answer is, and then the length of answer. So it should work. Like if I put in apple, it should say 5. There you go. It said 5 because the length of apple is 5. So if you put in something ridiculously long, that's not necessarily needed, but it should say something like the amount of letters or numbers in that string. So basically, length of, once again, finding the length of something. Next one is app. This is another Boolean, true or false. So if something contains something. So basically, what this does is if something like your variable or list or just like apple contains a, then and it's going to be true, so it's going to say a. Now, if apple contains p, it will also be true. But if you put in a z, then it's not going to do anything because apple does not contain z. And then if you get an if else right there, so basically it's saying, oh, if this word apple contains the letter z, then say yes. If not, say no. Let's try it out. There you go. No, because apple does not contain z. Pretty straightforward. So the next one is something mod something. Now, if you didn't know what mod is, it's a mathematical thing, statement for remainder when you divide something. So, for example, if we put 5 mod 4, it would be 1. Because 5 divided by 4 is 1, and the remainder is 1. So, the mod is 4. The mod is 1. So, if we did 24 and 6, the mod would be 0 because there's no remainder when you divide something. So you could use that in your project sometime. I'm not going to put it in any of mine because that would be too complex. But basically, you get kind of an insight of what mod does. Next one is round. So this basically rounds it to the nearest whole number, I believe. So if you put 0.999, it should round it to 1. If we put 5.678, it should put 6. So yeah, it rounds to the nearest whole number. So you could use this to like round scores or something like that, or timer and something like that. So that's rounding. Next one is the mathematical block or string thing. So basically, once again, you have this whole array of math calculations, and then we can put in like 5. So let's take the floor of 5 is 5, and the ceiling of 5 is also 5. But if we put in 5.6, the ceiling is 6, and the floor is 5. So floor basically is like the bottom whole number rounded down, and ceiling is the top. We'll do another one here. Something that's not too complex. let's do square root. So if we put in 64, it's going to say 8. If you put in 6, it's going to put in an irrational number. So that's a math operator. You can use that in your projects for like advanced math projects, calculator or something like that. And then it just does it for you, so you don't have to search up a calculator and do all that stuff by yourself. So anyways, that is a short insight on the operators category. Thank you guys for tuning into Nerd Central, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.